Okay. We gave up on the shitty broadcast. Hopefully you all find me here, and I'm really sorry. I have never seen my camera do that, because that is just ridiculous. I'm super, super annoyed. Almost 30 seconds. Nobody yet. Hopefully you all find it soon.
Hey, well, I mean, that might I might have added something to it. I don't remember, but
Ah, you're back. Yay. Take 3. Oh, good. Okay. I'm really sorry, you guys. That's just horrifying, ridiculous, and insane. And I'm really super annoyed about it. I'm going to try not to get crazy about it. The colors for my laptop are not great. I'm wondering if that will help just a little. Okay, let me turn my chair.
where the search thing is, just thank you.
Okay, where am I? All right, Spiral Tarot. Jen, I had an idea. Maybe we could do the card comparisons on Pinterest so people would keep looking and adding to them. They can keep adding to them. I mean, I think that's a good idea. I can put them on Pinterest as separate boards for each card. But you can keep adding to them on the events page too, just so you know. You can go back and look at them. You can look at past events. That's why I did it as an event. Each one is a separate event because you can keep adding to it too. Was this a Wheel of Fortune moment? You better believe it. Okay, so finally, hopefully you can see somewhat the Spiral Tarot. So this is the 3 fates. You can look at it several different ways. See the wheel in the very center here is, you know, a medicine wheel, kind of. And the 3 fates can also be interpreted as Maiden Mother Crone.
I know I have an account with that Gmail, so I don't understand why you can't pull that up.
So it's really a gorgeous card, and I love this one because it talks about the fates very clearly. You know, it is showing the different zodiacs here. Instead of the animals, they have the different zodiac representations, and then along the bottom here, here's the zodiacs. So really beautiful representation. Hi, Justin. This is the first she shows. Yes. Okay. This is the Slow Tarot. And I must tell you that I didn't have my glasses when I was picking up the cards. I love this one. And thank you, Rowena. I'm so glad. I'm so sorry. Fate is predetermined events that are inevitable. Destiny is predetermined events that you can change. Ooh, that's good. For sure. It took me like 3 times looking through this deck to find this card because I kept thinking it said justice along the bottom for some reason. There are less than 50 decks left. Yes. And I haven't checked that lately. I wonder if they've sold out since then. It's been a couple weeks, hasn't it? Really, really great tarot. I love this. You know, to me, this is like the witch that is turning or flipping the coin of fate, and she knows which way it's going to go because she is controlling it. This is the Slow Tarot. So great, great, great card. Where is, I have a paper, I think, that goes with this next one. I think I have a paper that goes with this next one. not going to read that story tonight. Nope. I forgot to print out the paper that goes with the next one. Okay, so this one is Tarot of the Old Path.
Yeah, actually, I just got an email saying PlayStation Consumer Services, case number 37.
And this card to me is a really great card. So we have like the king and the druid here, almost like King Arthur and Merlin. The Fool is holding up the Wheel of Fate. Yes, the backing of the Slow Tarot. Yeah, each suit is a different color. Me too. Absolutely.
Okay, why?
So you can see the different things going on within the realm. And then the Oberos. See, the Oberos is what's tying the whole wheel together. The snake head at the bottom here. Go Fool, right? I love that the Fool, which is the beginnings, kind of holds on to and holds up the Wheel of Fate.
Yeah,
I think that's a great representation.
do something different. I don't know.
Great, great, great. This one is the one that I can't get the name right. Enchanted Forest, or Forest of the Enchantment, or Enchantment of the Forest, or the new one that came out.
Then that must be my live account.
He's more focused on my voice.
I must have.
I have a very soothing voice to babies, apparently, that loud. Forest of Enchantment. Thank you, March. So I love all the little symbols in here. See the raven skull here. And we have the mushroom. So growth coming from death comes new growth. The key here, the key to the underworld. What else do we got in there? What else can we pick out? Holly. I see holly down here. Is that a Whoops. Is that a magpie? Mama Bird always sings when you're on too. Is that the circle is cut off on the sides? Yeah, I know. I wish it wasn't, because I'm sure in the original art it wasn't cut off. It's too bad. But it's sometimes, unfortunately, that sometimes happens with borderless decks. They don't give you a whole lot of options, and it's like they can't figure out how to do it without cutting off some of the card. I don't know why, but moonflowers. Oh, yes. What do they call them? Deternalia? Is that what I want to say? Something like that. For sure. 3 magpies. Oh, yes, at the bottom too. Really love that card. Lots of great representations in there. This is one of my favorites. This is the Green Witch Tarot. And of course, one of my favorites because it's the Wheel of the Year, which is what I call this card a lot anyways. And it represents the pagan Wheel of the Year. Because, again, that representation is so keenly attuned to the Wheel of Fortune that it goes right along with it. It's kind of both. The box says Forest of Enchantment, but the book says your path through the enchanted forest. See? It's not just me then. I can never remember it. Yeah, so with the pentacle in the center, which brings all the elements into focus in the center. So spirit, and then earth, air, fire, water. And then, has the Wheel of the Year around it. Love, love, love that. Because, of course, that is, my path and myths. Love it. It's beauteous. It reminds me of Lucy's Wheel of the Year. All right. This one is very similar. I love that it has the zodiacs on it, though. It has, of course, the eternal goddess, then the pentacle, then the moon phases, then the element symbols and colors around the outside, This is the Sawyer's Path Tarot. Sawyer's Path Tarot. Again, very pagan-y kind of deck. This is a really good deck. I don't show this one often, which I should show it more. I think a lot of the representations are very similar to other pagan decks, so I don't think I show it very often. But yeah, the one wheel of the year on your altar. Exactly. It's like they hung it up onto the post here for the Green Witch. Wow, is there that much of a delay? You guys have a lot of delay. Love the books with wings, right? Me too. I just really like this representation a lot. And the Sawyer's Path, that whole deck is a really good deck. If you have the opportunity to get your hands on it, it is a very good pagan-esque deck. That deck is, I believe it just came out, another edition of it just came out. It's on Etsy. I think I may make a new one inspired by this card. That'd be awesome. I would love to see that, Lucy. Really, really great one. So that one was Sawyer's Path. Wow, I'm on the last one before we start with some of the little books. That's okay, Marge. Okay, and the final one is the Star Tarot. And again, I really like this one. It's very different from a lot of them. Has element angels, you know, in the four corners. Then you have the representations of the zodiac in the inside of that. And then inside of that is the Hebrew letters there, you know, the Torah letters. So again, really, really, I know the Star Tarot is one of my favorites. I think I'm going to have to end up trimming and edging this deck so I can actually use it. It's a very big deck. My hands are really big. So if you see like how big this deck is, it's really here. Here's a regular tarot card. So it's really big. And so I don't use it very often because it's really big. I do have the Gaian Tarot, but I don't have it out because I couldn't find it. That was one of the ones that was on my list, but I couldn't find it. But it's the same one on the box. It's like the earth, and it's really pretty. I'm sorry I couldn't find it. I know it's right here. In fact, it's probably right back there someplace. I just haven't been able to find it. Okay. So, let me show the True Black one. I love this one too. This one is called Destiny. And again, I don't know if the this camera will pick up some of the details of this deck. Do you happen to have Dreams of Gaia Tarot? I do. The dog just changed the channel. Thank you. Doggy changed the channel. I do have the Dreams of Gaia Tarot. I don't have it out right now, unfortunately. And because I have all my stuff packed up, it's not something I can find right away. The Dreams of Gaia Tarot is a good tarot. It's very pretty, but it doesn't go along with Rider-Waite very well. So I don't recommend it for beginners usually, but it's a very pretty deck. Okay. So here, this is the Wheel of Fortune for True Black, and this is called Destiny. And I'm going to read what it says here. Destiny is an unknowable, uncontrollable force affecting the world of mortals, but unable to be affected itself. In this deck, it is a replacement for the Wheel of Fortune card. Destiny sits calmly, patiently, and seemingly embodied in a near human entity, though it's not part of this world. Its motivations and its thoughts cannot be understood. Its uncannily thick neck leads up to an almost beast-like snout, which encircles a multi-dimensional infinity portal. Within it spin many small orbs, which dance and weave a future that cannot be predicted. I don't know if you can see all those little small orbs, but they're really pretty in there. Oh, you're very new to Tarot, Crescent. I would say it's probably not a deck for beginners, just because there's a lot of changes from the RWS kind of style decks. It is very pretty. Don't get me wrong. I like it a lot. It's pretty, but I'll be honest with you, I don't know if I've ever, maybe 1 or 2 readings with it, but I don't use it very often because it's kind of a confusing deck. Really pretty, and there's certain cards that I'll pull out for like art cards for altars and stuff, but just checked my link. Sawyer's Path is not on there. Oh no. As it weaves the strands of collective fate, it towers over the golden sphere that is our world, protective yet menacing. In his 2 lower hands, he holds an upright and downturned triangle, symbols of opposition, earth and heaven, good and evil, beginning and end. Destiny represents events that are beyond human control or prediction, whether for better or for worse. These can sometimes be life-altering, bringing an uncanny feeling of fate or inevitability. My Christmas present from my mom is enough. I'm going to get it. Ooh, you're going to get the Arc one or the True Black? Right now I want the Arc. Yeah, it's a good set. I'll be honest with you, I haven't had time to cleanse it. I actually found my sage. Well, my sage hasn't moved. I actually found a way to get to my sage recently, but okay, I'm going to show one more, and I'm not really sure about it because I just got this deck yesterday after I got off of the unboxings with you guys. I realized that it was on our back door instead of our front door. Amazon left it on the wrong door. But I just got it, the Mystical Dream Tarot. I've been waiting for this deck because it is a deck that was drawn all by the creator had dreams about the tarot, and the images all come from her dreams. And so I was like, this is a deck I cannot wait for because I have really weird, goofy dreams. If you have heard any of mine, I had another one last night. I told my admins. Okay, so this is the Ouroboros, the Wheel of Fortune. The Ouroboros, the wheel of all being, represents the eternal nature of being, unending and everlasting, with the flow of one cycle ending and opening to the beginning of another. On the card, the emerald green serpent, the Ouroboros, swallows her extremity, and thus there appears no end in her cyclic nature. Vibrant, green, lifelike. The Ouroboros image first appeared in one of the ancient Egyptian funerary texts in the tomb of the ancient Egyptian boy king Tutankhamun. As the ancient sun deity Ra joins with the god of Duat, Osiris, there is the image of 2 serpents holding their tails in their mouths as they coil about a huge figure of a deity proposed to be the joined image of Ra Osiris. Ra, the sun god, associated with daily waking life, and Osiris, the lord of the afterlife. Thus, the realm of the living and that of those passed over to the eternal afterlife, the Duat, is depicted in the iconography of the Ouroboros. Okay, really super cool, but I don't want to confuse you guys. So I'm going to stop, but I really like this. I sat on the couch, turned up your voice. Now she's singing. Ah, that's funny. Thank you, Thomas. Yes, the Ouroboros. That's it. Yes. I really, really like this deck a lot. And I'm anxious to kind of get started with studying it. I think it's going to be a great deck for shadow work. So it kind of does look like a lizard, right? I've never seen an Ouroboros with feet, but it does have feet. Very interesting. I like it. Ooh, guten Nacht. You too be anything. Or is that Felcor? I just sort of remember Red Dwarf trying to spell it as our Rob or Ross. All right. So I will do an unboxing of this deck. Probably this, soon, since I'm off after tomorrow. Okay. Actually, our last two book ones, we're going to do the Everyday Enchantment. Here we go. Hopefully you can see this. I'm still trying to get used to the backwardsness of this. Off we go, chasing the wheel, up and down and round it goes. Where will it take us? Nobody knows. I wouldn't say I'm a lucky man, but the tire rolled away from me. I felt something change. I should have been frustrated. Time's money in my struggling business, but instead I jumped up and ran after it, out of the workshop and into the sunshine. There were people mooching about by the cars, grumbling because theirs hadn't been serviced yet. And when I came hurtling out, they got excited and shouted encouragement. It was like the world had gone from monotonous to monochrome to full color and brimming with amazing possibilities. I'm not a dramatic sort. I'm a mechanic, not a poet. But I could have sworn that as that tire rolled on, picking up speed, all sorts of fantastic things happened. The neglected verges burst into bloom, and the white road markings turned into a rainbow. Perhaps it was the sun glinting off the metal hub of the wheel that dazzled at me, but at the time running down that road. I thought I saw gold glinting at the end of that supernatural spectrum. Why not? I just knew if I just went with it to see where it would take me, then it could lead me to good things, like a new investor for my business. Who knows? Who dares to dream? And he who dares wins. Fortune favors the brave. So be like me and don't turn away when Lady Luck throws the dice or the tire your way. Turn and turn about. It's my turn now, and good luck to you too. I love it. Look, it's me at work. Hey, I do too. I really love this deck for that it kind of grounds us and does everyday stuff. I remember this deck with the card with the mom really spoke to me. Yeah, this is the Everyday Enchantment Tarot. And it's Poppy, right? Poppy Palin. Really, really good deck. Okay, I hope I'm able to read this because it's really, really small as usual. Here we have the El Goliath Tarot. Okay, round and round the great wheel turns, and what is over will soon begin again. Plans soon made for the future's sake. Step forth and spin the great wheel. Oh, what's in your fate? And never forget, fortune always favors the brave. That's the second one. Now I lost it. Welcome to the cosmic wheel of fate and change. The Wheel of Fortune is depicted in a very fitting, natural, shamanic way, based entirely on nature's beautiful kitchen of butterflies, crystals, different bird feathers, gemstones, and treasures from the forest floor, sitting on top of a cut tree stump as the axis of the wheel. We see all the rings in the tree indicating the lifespan of its timeline. The great wheel has been here for a long time, and a circle is the fitting shape to showcase the representation of endings and beginnings. The geometric energy gives a slight sense of isometric energy in the artwork. I wanted you to feel that most of these things you could just pick up off the forest or brush floor and take them home with you in your pocket. A keepsake and a token memento of the natural, beautiful world we inhabit, as the wheel represents the material world. But to live here every day takes a real level of courage and risk. If this was a real crystal grid, it would bring you much luck. and strength to step forth and ask the universe for what it is you want and put it out there. Perfect. Okay. So we're going to do beginning, end, and the backwards card there. So if this is, let me see, this is backwards. Hold on. This is the regular. So this is before it. Is that before it? I'm so lost. All right. So here's the beginning. This is, the beginning, the before tarot. So this says a giant orange disc is suspended in midair, surrounded by blue sky and silver clouds. Unlike the wheel we're used to seeing, however, this one seems to be at a standstill. No iconic animals ride the wheel up and down. No serpent, no sphinx, no Anubis. It is, however, surrounded by cosmic forces. 4 angels guard the corners of the card, representing the fixed sign of the zodiac. The 4 creatures also symbolize the 4 dimensions: width, length, height, and time. They represent the 4 cardinal directions, the 4 elements, and the 4 suits of the minor arcana. What's more, a full moon reflects the full light of the sun. It is also inscribed with magic words of power and transformation. The wheel itself is orange, the color of fire, light, energy, and heat. It's divided into 8 sections to symbolize the wheel of the year, with spring, summer, winter, and fall equinoxes, as well as the midpoints of each season. So that's good. That was actually a decent one. I like the sun and moon interpretation there. And then here is the after. And I don't know what's different about it. Oh, the monkey. Okay. So, hold on. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to get this camera right. So I see the monkey is different. The monkey is like flung the snake, the serpent. Anubis is still there. Is that the only thing, really? The monkey flew the snake down, and now the monkey is trying to turn the wheel? There's a little wheel there in the center of the wheel. Oh, that was a good one. Oh, yeah, there is. That's good. I like that. Yeah, I don't know what is different about this other than the monkey. And I don't really get that one. That's another one. At least the beginning. I liked the beginning one of that one. This one, the after, wasn't great. But at least it wasn't just, the change of the hand. All right. And then the New Visions Tarot is the back, what we see from the back. Oh, my goodness. And it really is just, this is what we see. Ready? This is the front. And this is the back. And what do we see? We see just their back sides looking into nothing. I really, really can't believe they couldn't get more creative with this deck. Going to be a blank piece of wood. Yeah. I don't know. This deck is so not creative. Like, I'm ready to burn it. It's so bad. There's so much more they could do. Like, aren't they looking at an audience? Aren't they? I don't know. Anubis butt. Exactly. I don't understand why they can't give us anything except the back of their heads. And their butts. I don't get it with this deck. I don't know. I'll keep trying until we've done a whole pass, but boy, is that boring. Okay, so we're going to quickly go through. If you pull this card, standing on the edge to show the wind how to fly. Career and finance. If you pull this for career and finance, the Wheel of Fortune indicates that circumstances are beyond your control and that the situation will run its natural course. If this card appears in the context of other positive cards, then circumstances are turning in your favor and you may be presented with an opportunity which you will need to take hold of before the moment passes. Health. If you pull it for a health reading, the Wheel of Fortune indicates that there may be ups and downs which you will need to take in stride. Things will develop naturally in their own good time and patience will be required to see you through. Relationships. The Wheel of Fortune advises letting things unfold naturally. Be willing to take the rough with the smooth. Trying to interfere in how the relationship develops will not be of benefit to the situation. The relationship will evolve as it should over time. That may be the point, that things keep turning no matter who is there. Yeah, I know. I don't know. I can't believe with that deck, they can't figure out like they're playing to an audience or they're, who is it that they're doing this for? They're just out in mid-space. I don't know. It's annoying. In general, the Wheel of Fortune is all about the natural cycles of life. When things are going well, make the most of every opportunity. When things are not going so well, hang in there as this too shall pass. In the changeable fortunes of life, one thing is certain, the wheel will continue to turn. Right? Beautiful. Yes, join the Conjurer's Table for Tarot Thursday. I don't know what it is when you're on Thursdays, Lucy, that I always seem to be busy or exhausted or moving stuff, or I don't know. It's weird. I have not caught one live, but I'm liking them very much when I watch them back. Words for Mama in a Full House. Yay. Okay, let's pull next week's card, shall we? So, by the way, I did talk to my boss today, and I got approval to leave a half an hour early on the 3 Tuesdays, whatever it is, that they have scheduled me in December, even though I asked to not be scheduled in December on the evening shift until 7:30. So I'm allowed to leave at 7, so we will continue to have it at 8 o'clock still. So the Wheel of Fortune spins inevitably. Maybe the Wheel of Fortune asks us to prepare, do ongoing spell work to maintain what we have instead of using, where did it go? That jumped way up. Instead of using spell work as an emergency tool when all hell breaks loose. Ooh, that's good. Doesn't need to be watched to still turn. I know that's true. And I got you, Thomas. I know you're trying to make the best of it, but I still want to hate that deck, especially when the hand, like you get to see the other side of the hand. That's like, come on. Why did I waste money on this deck? Yeah, well, how nice of them to let you leave early. I know. I was so pissed. I thought I got fired because I literally told her before I hung up on her that I didn't have enough. Well, on my second in command boss who does the schedules, which is why then my big boss called me. I told her that there wasn't enough Vaseline in the world for all the times I've been getting screwed in the last 6 months. And then I hung up on her. Told her I was going to look for another job. Then my main boss called me and was like, I'm really sorry. We really need you. Yeah. Okay, next week. Right in the middle here. Please don't fall. I can't see it. What the hell is it? King of Swords. Ooh. This is only the second. First of all, we usually have been getting majors. So we got a minor card, but it is a court card. And it's only like the second court card, I think, that we've gotten so far in our studies. So the King of Swords. Yay. I had to stand up for myself because I'd had it. I really was ready to quit. I was so pissed, but I can't afford to quit. So yay, something new. All right, I will make the event when I get off of here. And so next Tuesday will be the King of Swords at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And I thank you guys for hanging in there with me. I don't know how long the whole thing has been, and but between 3 different streams, and it's been a little crazy, so I appreciate it. You were channeling that on the phone call? I was, because I was like, I'm going to make this Wheel of Fortune go. All right. I love you guys to death. Thank you for hanging in there with me. And I will see you, I'm sure, either tomorrow or the next day. Definitely for Thanksgiving, right? And you guys have a great Thanksgiving if I don't talk to you before you start yours. I love you all. Many blessings.